Should God be held to a higher standard of morality than man?
It's a beautiful night for no. It's a beautiful morning for coffee. Yes, anytime there's coffee, it is a beautiful morning. And, well, it's a beautiful morning because I've got coffee. Yeah, this morning I'm drinking coffee the way I like to drink it. Black as the night, hotter than hell, and strong as the devil. Oh yeah, it's good. It's from San Francisco Bay Coffee Company, or something like that. And it's their Mocha Java blend. It's got a nice chocolatey, roasty, sort of bitter flavor, and I just love that. And it's been my favorite coffee for a couple of years now. So, tonight I'm going to do something just a little different, or this morning I'm going to do something just a little different. I haven't had enough coffee yet. What I'm going to do is ask a question, or, well, sort of propose a little thought experiment. The question will be asked in 3 parts under 3 different conditions. First, I want you to imagine that you are alone in a plaza where you planned to spend the entire morning. In the center of that plaza is a fountain. It's a wide circle containing about 3 feet of water. And the water comes up to within about a foot of the edge. So really it's 4 feet deep. As you look at the fountain, you notice a little toddler doing what toddlers do and toddling right up to the side and falling in. Now you know that even if this child can swim, there is absolutely no way it's going to be able to pull itself out of this fountain. The kid is going to drown if you don't intervene. It will take only a few seconds for you to get to the fountain, to reach in and pull the child out. There's no risk to you whatsoever, and just for the sake of this argument, you're not even going to get wet. So, do you have a moral obligation to save this child? But more importantly than your yes or no, or whatever else you decide to answer for that, why or why not? Just explain to me your moral reasoning. It's a fairly simple scenario. Pretty much, you either believe that you have a moral obligation to act, or you believe you don't. You might have something in between or something entirely different in mind than what I did when I came up with this. So just explain your reasoning. Explain whether or not you are morally obligated to do anything at all. Are you morally obligated to do good? Or are you simply morally obligated not to do harm? Maybe you're not morally obligated to do any of those things.
And 3 hours later,
situation number 2 is identical to situation number 1, with one exception. Regardless of whether you believe you have an obligation, you decide to act to save this child. You think it would be a good thing whether it's a moral obligation or not. But later, you learn that the name of the child is Adolf Hitler. Of course, you had no way of knowing who this child would be, or who it would become, what he would do later on in his life. So does your knowledge of the consequences of your act change your opinion of the morality of your act? Why or why not?
Und 3 hours later.
Okay, finally, third condition. When this occurred, imagine that you were not a human being. Instead, imagine that you are an omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient, benevolent, eternal being. In 3 letters, God. As such, you know exactly who this child is and what this child will do several decades into the future. You know each and every consequence that will result from your actions from that point through eternity. Does this change the morality of either saving or not saving the child? And of course, why or why not? What is your line of moral reasoning and moral thought here? Of course, there are many approaches to ethics and morality that can be applied to these questions. Some will be consequentialist, some will not be consequentialist. Some might be virtue ethics or deontological ethics or another ethical system. I expect that there will be some disagreement. But for me, the most interesting question has not yet even been asked. So here it is. Is it possible for an act, when committed by a human being, to be either moral or immoral, but if committed by God under the exact same circumstances, it would be just the opposite? Leave your reply below, or if you have your own channel, post a video and leave a link below. I'm really interested to hear what you have to say. If you like my videos, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. As I mentioned a minute ago, leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching, and y'all come back now. You hear?